Your mom.
Oh shit, he said your mom. Hello everybody, I am the Lightning Turk. Welcome back to the, what are we doing? Shit. We better give up
This
now.
is
We're
our
doing a video.
creator development diaries, or whatever you want to call it.
Basically, each week we'll be looking at a new roleplay maker, and we're going to be talking about what they like to do. They like to create roleplays and like how they do it, and basically various questions about their history and what they like to do when they make a roleplay. Yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's
So
effectively the gist of
yeah,
it.
this week's first guest will be WarCityDriver. You all may know him from his fabulous Fallout roleplays and his just exciting roleplays with very, very difficult application forms.
Hooray! I know. I'm known as the Nazis of applications. Sadly, better for worse. But I do have the lowest rate for trolls getting into my games.
Yeah, that's actually, yeah, he really does.
Because by the time they get through it, no troll wants to touch it. It's too much work.
So,
Alrighty.
yeah, let's start. So, what do we do?
Okay. So first off,
When did you start roleplaying? There we go.
the first one I got into was actually Fallout. Originally, that was made by Magnum. I'm gonna go ahead and resend that link. There's a link to the original forum post.
All right.
And basically, this was the original Fallout. And in it, I became, after physics kind of fizzled out, I became a admin of the game.
Back in 14.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Right.
and you can see that under the new version because we use the same form. We just cleared out everything else with a little bit of mod magic. And pretty much if you scroll all the way down, you can find the little tiny bits of what originally was going to be the new German Republic in its very, very early form. And it's somewhere down here. There it is. Okay. And basically what originally they were was it was just Mark II or Mark 11 Kevlar armor, some laser weapons, and they lack training. Yeah, that was pretty much about the gist of it. There really was nothing to them. And then if you look at it nowadays, if you jump to the more modern forums, you can see that basically they've grown and they extended just like the games I've made. One of the things I suppose I am famous for is my application process.
His incredible application process.
As Ender, I know you're hiding back there. How crazy are my application forms? Hello?
Hello?
This is Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and
Swear to God.
rape. I like rape. I like
God
rape.
damn it.
I like rape. This time things will be different.
God
This
damn
time I like rape.
Take two.
Let me... Oh, don't worry, I can edit things out. I'm sure I can. Or just completely just repost it.
Okay.
Jesse, we have to cook. New Vegas needs its jet.
So anybody who's watching, you usually like the people who are watching usually know what your applications are like because most of these guys are role players. The people who aren't, this is a basic roleplay application for WarCityDriver's games.
Yeah.
Horse City. Welcome to Horse City population. Alex!
Oh, this thing is long.
Des!
So...
Stop trolling before we disconnect
And
you.
he's not even finished. Some people don't do an application and they don't get in. So it's pretty.
Oh, come on, look,
it's a
it's
good
Billy
filtering
Ray,
system.
man. Too early,
Very,
too
very
early.
good. He's very, very good at doing that. Just filtering out the trolls.
Yep. I mean, the benefit of this, in the way I do it, is that the trolls and people who you don't want in the game, by the time they get done with it, they say it's not worth it. Now, on the other hand, it's also intimidating to newer players as well. So it's kind of a catch-22. On the other hand, I've only had one total troll get into my games. But on the other hand, I could have also lost how many players I don't know about because they just didn't want to do this crazy wackadoo form that I have to guard against them for this very same reason.
And that's honestly that's a very good strategy in my opinion, honestly.
Hmm.
Aside from that, what kind of role plays do you like the most?
Well, I mean, pretty much what my history will tell you it all, but pretty much I've always been into making either like fantasy or sci-fi kind of games just because I've always written very well good first person. I've never been able to pull off third person very well. So it's been most conducive to my writing style. In addition, it's just in my opinion more fun as long as you can explain what's going on well. It just there's so many more options available to you than some of the historicals where it's more like it has to be from this to this. You have to do this path. You have to do this. Well, gee, by the time you actually get into the game, there's only really two or three things you can actually decide and change the state of your nation with.
I see. Let's see.
I know I'm a hater of historical.
Yeah, you're
Everybody
not very
knows
fond of
that.
historical role plays, are you?
Not very many. There's very few where I've actually believed it was bearable.
So, in total, how many role plays have you made?
I have made a total of 5, six of which have been successful.
How? You made 5 and 6 are successful?
Or I made 6 and 5 were successful.
There
Sorry,
we go. All right.
it's getting late here.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry about that. Um, is it really late? I should probably. We could end this and do it later if you want.
Nah, I'm okay.
All right.
I don't sleep anyway. You already know this.
Yeah. Neither do I. Um.
Uh,
So yeah, five successful role plays is a pretty damn good record, a track record, if you will.
Mm.
And I know that you've made a role play on not just in Supremacy 1914. Can you
Mm-hmm.
talk to me about that?
Yep. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, can you say anything about that?
Yep. Shoot.
The other thing, the Lord of the Rings role play.
Oh yeah, that weird. Oh yeah, that's right. Wow. I've also managed to make between me and Magnum, we made the first game on 30 Bytro's 30 Kingdoms. It's kind of a Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones mashup, and it was a really good game. It had all kinds of really cool stories. And if you've ever played the game, you'll notice it has like it's basically Supremacy with dragons instead of planes, knights instead of tanks, so on and so forth. And altogether, it was just a lot of really good stories all coming out at the same time. What was actually really cool is that we managed to get beta keys at the time because it was in beta, and we managed to get beta keys for all the players who would be in that game. So that was an interesting challenge, but it was definitely one of the cooler things that I think this community has been able to pull off.
Yeah, this community has pulled off a lot in its great days. Aside from that, let me see what else I could ask you. Let's see. I apologize if I'm not very good at this. This is I'm sort of new at this. You said something about collaborative role plays with Magnum. So how's your relationship with Magnum? Another role play maker.
Um, I would say it's kind of a sibling relationship. On one hand, we're extremely close. We do all this stuff together. On the other hand, we are constantly squabbling about something regarding the games we make.
Can you tell me
I'm
anything
not kidding
about?
you. It is
Yeah,
nonstop.
you guys like to
We're
bicker a
already
lot.
arguing stuff about the 500, the another game we're planning and thinking about making.
Yeah. What else do we talk about? Shit. That's all I got. I'm out of things.
Dezo, ask some questions. We know you got strange things in your head to
Deso has
ask.
like a ton of things,
Mm-hmm.
but Deso's gone forever.
We killed him.
Damn
We
it.
killed the mutants.
Finally.
Victory!
Right. Is there
Pass out the beers in Africa.
one more thing? I've always heard that in the Fallout roleplay, the mutants are always the very, very terrifying ones that take over half the map. Is that true?
50-50. Fallout 1, mutants were strong. Fallout 2, mutants died. Fallout 3, mutants were strong. Fallout 4 was a bust.
Yeah, we had 4 Fallouts.
And then, Fallout New Age, mutants are strong. And then the last one was the 30 Kingdoms one, which didn't have mutants, and that had orcs, which were strong.
Aside from that, what was I gonna say? When did you first
When
come
she
into?
asks,
Oh,
"What's for dinner?"
His ass is just back. Deso, ask a damn question
Ask a question about what?
about War City and its history and role playing and stuff.
Okay, War City, how did you get married?
Oh yes.
Simple. I went to school. I met this beautiful girl. Long story short, a lot of date nights out later, a lot of maybe getting into trouble with her parents, and one thing led to another, and now we're
you have a
happily
baby.
settled.
Now
Yep.
you have Alex Jr. running around pooping everywhere.
IRL is incredible. Yeah. I think that's. Would that be sufficient? I don't know if there's anything else to talk about, honestly.
When Turk, just Turk. Whenever Turk asks for dinner,
What?
that fucking picture. When she asks for dinner.
Yeah,
so
but going back to the question you were asking, I've been doing this since 2013.
All right. So
How long have you been shagging your wife?
Started around 2013.
He's a very, very.
So you started shagging your wife around 2013.
Yeah, he's been
That's when I started
He's
dating
been
her.
ruining his life since then.
Forrest, let me put it in a better way. When did you start procreating?
All right, let's not get into
Let's stop that now.
Let's not get into those kinds of
Isn't
questions.
Alex a young guy? Why are you guys talking about this? He's still got plenty of good years.
It's gonna be a while before he needs the blue pill, if you get what I mean.
Not
Guys,
that
I'm
long.
still in my 20s. Stop it.
Or
I'm not that
you
old. I'm
old
not a
man.
dinosaur.
I bet he's like 29
like
or
a
something.
certain Turk believes I was a dinosaur that apparently can't see if you don't move.
He's a dinosaur.
I mean, yeah, if you don't
No,
move,
honestly, like the
that's
first time I came into the community, I thought War City was a very, very old man.
Every time
What about
Turk says War City, I keep hearing Horse City.
Horse City. Horse.
No.
What about me?
God.
Welcome to Horse City.
No, stop trying.
I will be your driver. You may call me Horse City Driver.
Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of what we're gonna do. Of course, we can have more episodes, but this is gonna be the first episode. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching, and
when she asks, "What's for dinner?" Cup your balls, show your penis. Let's do this.
Couple. I give up.